So we know that when you fill this out, you get a general report from just businesses in New Hampshire, and you get the individualized report. Could you talk, and you already sort of have, talk about the differences between them so people understand that?
The difference in the reporting is you kind of see how New Hampshire businesses are executing against these different sustainability initiatives as a whole. Then you're compared against your size company. So Pete and Jerry's is part of the large company subset. And so you're told, how many different companies fall within your group, and just, how you stack up, basically, how you're comparing to other companies that are the same, within the same size range. From there, then, so that's great comparative information to have. From there, kind of the final individualized report that you're given is, basically areas of opportunity in each distinct impact area. Some just food for thought on, hey, this is where you're not really performing up to par with organizations that are like you, and here's some easier ways to make an impact. Here's some broader goals to look at in the long term. So that was kind of what I was referencing earlier. That individualized report is really, really helpful, since it's a little bit more concrete in what you can impact. But again, it's, seeing how you compare to other organizations in the state is really helpful too. There's a little bit of friendly competition, but it's employees are a resource, and we know that more and more employees are working at organizations that directly align with their personal values, right? You spend all of your time at work. It's got to mean something to you. And so I think that's a really healthy competition mindset to keep in mind, as well as you want to retain your talent and your employees. And so you need to be performing, on par or better with your fellow like state employers, or you're going to lose your talent. That's kind of a, not necessarily the positive spin of it, but it's something to keep in mind. And I think that's what the beauty of NHBSR is we challenge each other to continuously improve.
I love what you said there, Libby. I think you're absolutely right. We're in a real competition for talent right now, and we see that top talent really cares about the values that their business and right. And this is a tool to do another thing that I think we talked about Pete and Jerry's does so well, which is that continuous improvement, right? Because if companies aren't looking to continuously improve in sustainability, then there's not a place somebody who wants to move the sustainability needle forward, right? And that's who we want to employ right now. We want to employ people who are on the cutting edge of our business world and sustainability moving forward. One of the things I think was really eye-opening for us when we first took the Measure What Matters program on back years ago is that there were some areas that we could really improve on that report and help with our employees' retention, development, and leadership. And so we did a couple things that we saw that other companies were doing. One was a tuition reimbursement program, and another was social responsibility days. We took a couple of those things on, and we put another couple of initiatives in place. And as a result of that, when we took the survey a few years later, we stacked up against the best of the workplace organizations, and Mobility Works actually won a sustainability award in 2022. So that's something that we can then use to attract more employees. So it's a roadmap, it's a guide, it's something to help your existing priorities, and then it's something to continue to compete and thrive in this economy. It's just such an awesome tool.